Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Plus in a 5-minute game on chess.com. Little Blitz session, 5-minute this time instead of 3-minute. Not a clock as a weapon series video, but I am going to try to play fast if I can. And Plus says, hi there, great vids. Thanks to you, Plus. All right. I also have a new score counter, by the way. You guys probably can't tell. It is made by a viewer, Andreas. If you're out there, thank you very much. He emailed me, and he's like, hey, John, I see you entering your scores manually in this WordPad. I made this little tool to make it easier for you. I actually had several people email me with various score counters that they made, probably about 5 people. So thanks to you all. I think I've reached out to every one of you. So I'm just giving this one a shot here. And all I have to do is click a button. You guys can't see it, but win, draw, or loss, and it automatically updates. So just takes one step away. Don't have to manually fix the score after each game. Okay, so we have a Queen's Indian position. My knight is standing a little awkwardly on d2, but I think this position's plenty playable. Let's play rook e1, maybe go for e4. Seems a little hard for black to develop this knight. Yeah, so he's going to put that knight there. I'd like to avoid a trade, actually, but maybe sending this one over, actually trying to employ this knight on d2, trying to send it up to e5 makes sense. Probably not going to play too many games in this session, maybe 3 games. A bit longer time control, so... Okay, knight d3. Now this e6 square is weak. If black plays knight d7, maybe I pivot the knight to f4 and try to get into e6. I still have my eye on this e4 break. I really like the look of that, but let's play this first. I'm expecting rook e8 or maybe queen c8. Rook e8 it is. Let's go e4, break in the center. Try to get a trade and attack c6. Also maybe open up some threats against the king side. If my bishop gets established on e4, perhaps I can play queen h5. Although black does have knight f8 as a defense. Knight f8, there is no mate. I wonder if I can play bishop h7. Bishop takes h7, king takes h7, queen h5 check, king g8, knight e6, followed by queen to g6. Man, it's awfully precarious for black, but I don't think it's losing. There's also queen b3 here. Black's pretty exposed. In a few different places here. I see some really interesting ideas. Even bishop g6 here. Wow, bishop g6 would be quite the move. I don't think that works either, though. What if I check first? I'm going to pause here for a second. In a 3-minute game, I wouldn't have this luxury, probably. But queen b3 check, king h8. I want to drop knight g6 or bishop g6. Bishop g6, he has rook g8. But then I play bishop f7, and I'm eventually getting knight e6. I think I can win the exchange. No, it doesn't work. He can just take it, of course. And then h7 is freed up. Okay, there's queen c2. I identified this move as one that might just win me a pawn because I'm attacking here and I'm also attacking c6. Maybe that's the most responsible thing to do, given that I don't see a win. But yeah, bishop h7 followed by queen h5. Basically threats on these 2 diagonals. This diagonal, even this diagonal if my queen gets there, but... just not quite seeing the knockout. I think I'm going to go with queen to c2, although then he has knight f8 and pins me. That knight f8 move is really pesky. How to play this? Okay, I know this is a huge think here. Can I play knight e6, queen g4? Knight e6, queen g4, different way to threaten. Oh man, okay. Now it's getting towards crunch time, but I'm just fascinated by this position. There's got to be a win here. Take h7, queen h5, knight e6. It's like I can force his bishop to f8. It's just there's no good follow-up at that point. There's queen g4 as well. How do I force him to play bishop f8 again? Okay, I'm going to play knight e6. And on queen e6, I'm going to go queen g4, I think. Or queen c8, queen g4. Could also maybe take g7. Man, all these ideas flashing through my brain here. But unfortunately, you can only choose one of them. I know you guys are yelling at me for my time management right now. Good thing I said this wasn't clock as a weapon, even though I attempted. Okay, he just resigned, which is obviously premature. I mean, I think after queen c8, this is still quite unclear. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure I have something here, but I don't see the win. So take here, check here. This is what my original thought was, but he plays bishop f8, and black's defending. I mean, I thought about something like this, and then bishop h6, threatening mate, but he can play rook takes e1, and then queen f8, and black's surviving, reinforcing g7. Maybe he had to go somewhere, or that was just a serious sign of respect. But at any rate, a shame that we didn't see the end to this. I was intending to play this move, as I said, queen g4, threatening this, to entice bishop f8. And then I was thinking queen h5 now, and threaten h7 when he can't play knight f8. My knight is hanging, but he doesn't have time to take it, because I play bishop takes, and bishop g6, queen h7 mate. So if he goes here, I think this should probably be winning. Yeah, and then lift the rook, get it involved in the attack. And if he plays h6, I think queen g6, and I feel like I'm wiggling in. Yeah, check, and then bishop g6 is a threat. I don't want to stop the session too much, but I'm so curious about that position. Let's just go see that with the engine real quick. Okay, so this is +8. So yeah, it is indeed winning. Knight e6 is correct. And on queen c8, does my queen g4 move hold up? And knight takes g7 was another move I was wondering about, but I didn't quite see the crusher there. What about queen g4? Bishop f8. Queen h5, the line I was looking at. This is +2 for white, so good, but not as good as some of the other lines. So what does it really want to do here? Yeah, knight takes g7, king takes g7, queen h5. And if knight f8, check and just eliminate the knight. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, black was really asking for it. I mean, f6, kind of a weakening move there, but especially taking and leaving himself pretty exposed on this diagonal and just in general around his king. So, okay, interesting. Let's get back in there, though. So plus, next time, don't resign that early. I know it was +8, but especially given the amount of time that I used there. Those are some of the hardest decisions in chess, guys. Oh yeah, and let me use my one-button counter here. Just clicked win. Some of the hardest decisions in my experience, especially having perfectionist tendencies, you know that there's a tactic there. You just feel in your bones that there has to be a win. And, you know, time is a resource too. You got to try to manage it in the course of a game. So waiting for another opponent here. Yeah, I think black in this setup should be a bit more cautious about allowing the position to open up. Okay, kite ZZ is next. Let's play d4 again. Let's play knight f3 move 2. And I'll play c4. Queen's Gambit declined. Let's play knight c3. Okay, so we have some mainline stuff. Castles, e3. h6, bishop h4, pretty standard stuff. Knight e4 as well. Yep, also a move. Usually black throws in h6 before they do that, but this is definitely possible too. Let's play rook c1. Okay. Let's play bishop d3. I'll play it pretty standard. Often black does capture here on c4 at some moment. Try to play b5, free up their bishop. So now black's played h6, but feels like black's a little bit behind compared to normal because they could have played h6 earlier, and bishop h4 is the standard thing to do. Okay, now e5. And now here, I kind of like this prophylactic move, bishop b3. Let's do that. just so if the knight ever moves to, say, b6, that it's not coming with tempo against my bishop. And now I might swing this rook over and try to plant my knight on e5. We shall see. I also might play just rook e1, supported by the knight. Okay, queen f6. Yeah, probably looking to move the queen next, stepping out of the way of the rook coming to the e-file, one of the rooks. Okay, so I think that knight is bound for f8 once again. Thinking about rook here, maybe trying to play rook e8. Not sure what that leads to, though. Maybe knight e5 now? Knight e5 looks like a nice, kind of forceful way to play. If he takes, I might be able to play e6, although it's covered a few times. But let's see where he puts the queen. Yeah, kind of tempting to play e6 right here and just saddle him with a weakness. Although maybe that's not leading to too much. Maybe I should play f4 instead. Yeah, let's play f4. And if bishop e6, maybe f5. We get a trade. I feel like I'm a bit better here. Yeah, let's play f5. Take. He does have rook d2 here if he wants to try to attack along the second rank. Okay. I was thinking perhaps some sort of f6 move. He is threatening e5. Rook g3 looks a little bit too slow, therefore. Could just double up my rooks on the e-file. f6 would be nice, but not sure about f6. He takes, I check. That's an interesting way to play for an attack, though. f6 looks kind of tantalizing. Let's do it. So if he takes, swing this over, check, and if he goes to the h-file, I feel like my queen's going to be able to attack his h6 pawn somewhere. Although maybe there's queen c5, trade the queen's ideas. But even there, it looks precarious for him. So, all right, I'm going for it. Check. If he goes to h7, I can throw in this check on c2, and I feel like that should be good. I can even, well, c1, he still has queen c5. Queen c5 might throw a wrench in the works here. Not the Danny wrench, but the usual wrench. King h7. This would be a nifty move, but it doesn't work. He can take with the queen after that. So queen c2 is very obvious here, but is there better? I don't think so, so I'm just going to give this check. Okay. Now, queen c1, queen c5, I could just trade and take f6 and claim that I'm better there, but I would like to find some superior way to play, but I may not have the time to do so in the position. Could play e6, but e6 doesn't seem too convincing. Yeah, unfortunately I may have to settle for queen c1. There's also rook h3. I should keep that in mind too. Okay, let's play rook h3. And if he plays queen c5 here, I can trade, take, and take f6. And that's an improved version of the line. I also see if he gets fancy with rook takes e5 within this line, that he's going to run into issues because I take on f7 with check in a key variation. So I think he should play, yeah, king g7. That looks correct. And now do I lift this rook? Or even just take on f6? Could take on f6. And then check on g3. I'd like the initiative here. Still. Don't really want to draw. Yeah, let's take check and see what he does. And then I'm thinking either rook f1 or rook g5. Probably rook f1. Let's do that. Okay, now it's getting a lot sharper, though, because I'm down a pawn. I'm trying to play against his open king, but we'll see if I succeed. Can I take here and then check? That would be nice, but I don't know that it works. Ooh, does that work? Man, that's a pretty cool idea. The key thing is if he runs to e6, I'm going to try it. I didn't calculate this all the way, guys, but I'm going to see what happens with this. Check. Queen g7, I have rook f3. My back rank is weak, but I think I take his queen with check is the problem for him. So he has to take, and when I check, play king e6. And then I was thinking rook takes h6 check, and he's going to have to run his king up the board. And hopefully I can find the win. Yeah, he's got to run his king up. Okay, because if I check with the queen here, he's running away. So take here. Try to save a little bit of time. He blocks with the queen. Interesting. Go here, maybe? No. Might just want to trade and play h4 or something, but looking at ways to try to keep the attack going, I don't see them. I'm just going to go here. Okay, now I haven't left with myself with very much time. The usual story, right? This feels like a very good position, though. Let's give a check. Okay, I'm just going to advance these pawns. His rooks are not coordinated right now, so I feel like that's got to work against him. Oh, h6, he comes back. I guess I'm going to do this, although my king's safety now is questionable. I wish I had my king up on the second rank. Maybe that was better, but we'll see. If he goes rook d2, okay. Let's check here. Can try to run to b6, I guess. Let's go here. First and foremost. I can put my queen on g1 and then push my pawns. That's kind of a funny idea. I just don't have a lot of time here. Pushing the pawns, but I don't think I'm going to make it. Okay, check again. Let's push. Okay, just promote. I definitely don't have enough time. I probably should have played for checkmate there. Yeah. Okay, blocked with the rook. Yep, the usual story, guys. Ran out of time there. Another one of these positions where I seem to have a really good attack, but I don't think I played it properly. Let's take a quick peek at it. Analysis board. Just going to go straight to the point where I sacrificed a pawn. Maybe back here even. Kind of curious. Okay, so the engine really likes white here. It says rook c to e3. Yeah, I thought about that. I thought he was going to go knight f8 and then maybe move his bishop next. Knight e5, bishop e6. And then rook f3, and I'm getting at f7. Okay, that makes sense. So as played, was my pawn sack any good? Let's find out. f6 takes, rook check, king here, check, king h8. He could also have gone to f8 too, although that did look dangerous. Yeah, it says this is equal. So it seems like I have compensation, but perhaps not much more. And what about this idea? Ooh. Apparently I miscalculated something major here. Queen g7? I thought queen g... Oh, because his other rook is going to check down here. Yeah. I was blocking the king, so this line, I mentioned check, king e6. Yeah, I can't take because the other rook comes down to d1. I thought I was all clever because I was blocking rook e1, but... Indeed. Okay, so that was a straightforward refutation. Yeah, and here... Even this is okay for black, although white is better, apparently. Yeah, I wish I would have freed up my king a little bit before I pushed these pawns, but... Alright. Let's play another game here. We'll play like one or two more. Some interesting attacking games. Oh, and let me update the score. Been a while since I looked at this old theory in the QGD, but yeah, black can also play h6 here, bishop h4, and then knight e4. This Lasker defense. Yeah, probably rook ce3 would have been a better option in this position. Again, I was thinking knight f8, but didn't notice that here I'm just overwhelming the f7 point, rook f3, and when the queen moves, I think I can play knight takes f7. Queen doesn't even have a lot of good squares here, huh? It's awkward. Okay, Shrek Mott. Let's play Sicilian. I feel like I played this player recently. Familiar username. Playing another viewer, apparently. He says, "Hey, John, this is Guys." Hey, guys. All right. Sorry to Chaldean King. No Knight Orf this time. We are going to play a con. Bishop c5, get that knight to move, and then bring this back. This is usual con stuff. I think queen g4 is the best approach for white here. But he's playing pretty standard. Let's play queen c7. Look to play b5 or b6 and put the bishop on b7 after this. He might play a4 to stop it. Yep. Pretty usual stuff. Hedgehog-like formation for black. I sometimes like to attack with the h-pawn in these setups, so I may just do that. Can also just castle, play the position standard, or knight c5 coming up. But yeah, I kind of have a soft spot for doing this, so I'm going to play it. You get the g4 square, and if they play h3, you can go h4 and knight h5 and take a peek at the g3 square. Yeah, let's keep going with this, and almost always they play h3 now to try to stop you, but knight h5 is pretty annoying. And if he doesn't play h3, I'm probably just going to play h3 myself and open this bishop. So this is one dynamic way you can play the con. F5, okay. I think e5 is probably what I should do here. Yeah. Still looking at h3. I could have maybe played h3 directly or played knight e5, but I just want to prevent white from taking on e6. Then I'd have a weak pawn if white was able to do that. Maybe knight d4 would bother me. My king gets opened up a little bit. I'm probably going to be keeping my king in the center, by the way. If I castle queenside, I would lose the a6 pawn. Bishop takes a6. Okay, so knight h5. Let's do it. Can play bishop f2 to guard. This already feels a little sketch for white, though. Knight f4 is possible. Bishop g5, maybe? Bishop g5, bishop f4 being an idea. Knight f6, perhaps. Maybe just get the other knight over, yeah. I think I like knight f6. Ah, did I hang this? I guess I have knight f4 if he plays it. He may not even want to take that pawn. But should have seen that this pawn was under attack. Is under attack now. I blocked my bishop from defending. Knight d5. That seems dangerous. So I can play knight takes, pawn takes, and then maybe knight f4 and bishop takes d5, and he's probably going to have to play bishop e4 and try to block me on the diagonal. So let's take the start. Do I play bishop takes d5, or... I think either way is going to be good. Let's take with the bishop first. And a bishop e4, maybe I have this option. He might play queen f3 and go after my rook on f8. I'm not sure. I can also just play knight f4 here, as I was saying. Knight f4, maybe followed by queen takes. Or not queen takes. I was thinking queen takes c2 is possible, but... Yeah, bishop c4 I'm not sure about. Let's play knight f4 as planned. Keep it simple. Now, if he plays queen g4, then I might take on c2. Plays queen f3. Okay. Let's just take. And on queen takes e4, I might actually just castle kingside now. I know I said earlier I'd be rolling with my king in the center, but I think my king is quite safe. My knight is stable here. His knight is kind of out of the game. If I castle, I defend my rook on a8, so I like the look of that. Let's just do it. Maybe rook a8 next. Bishop's defending the h4 pawn, so no worries there. Knight d4. Okay, creative. So if takes, he takes e7. Any way I can punish that? None that I see. Probably best off just playing something like this. Let's do that. Guard to c6, so his knight can't come in. Might play knight e2, knight takes e2, rook takes e2. I think I always have stuff like queen c4 against that. Attack his queen, attack a4. Okay, there. Maybe queen c4 now. Try to pin him a little bit. Could also take and take here, although I don't like destabilizing my knight, I gotta say. I could take and play knight d3, perhaps. But that also leads to some simplifications. D5 he takes here. Maybe there's something there, but it doesn't seem necessary to calculate it. I'm just gonna go here. Yeah. Attack his a4 pawn. Some pressure on the 4th rank. Knight's still solid. He can't play knight e2 because he hangs his queen in that case. I do undefend b6, so if he moves his knight, I have to consider that. But looks pretty good. I think he should play knight f3 here. And offer a queen trade that way. Attack my h4 pawn as well. Maybe I'll go knight d3 if he does that. Yeah, knight d3 looks pretty good. Plays bishop g1. Maybe now knight d3? Might play b3, gets weird. What if I just take this pawn? Is he going to play rook takes f4? Okay, rook takes f4 is a threat. Gotcha. Okay, bishop f6 perhaps? Let's do that. I want to play a little faster. We're both getting low on time. He's going to be under a minute here. Okay, now he plays knight f3. Still like to look at knight d3 here. Anything else? Knight h5 maybe? Knight h5 intriguing as well. Or even knight e2. Ooh, knight e2 is nifty. Oh no, knight e2 hangs a piece. Don't play that, John. I'm going to go with knight d3. Seems simplest. If we trade, I'm hitting the rook, hitting b2. Again, b6 is loose, but I don't think I have to worry about that too much at the moment. Yeah, let's just go take some stuff here. Take this guy. If he takes b6, c3's loose. I also have e4 whenever I want. E4 now looks pretty promising. Let's take like this. I'm just going to advance. I'm going to let him take on f6 if he wants. I have a really nice pawn here that I feel should cause him problems. Rook here, knight over perhaps. No bishop e5 because I can take it, so he shouldn't be able to set up a mating net or anything. If I just go here, just going to go bishop g3. Okay, let's play the knight over. Yeah, secure the knight. No bishop d6. I'm covering that. Okay, let's do this. Oh, didn't mean to go there, actually. Oh, I have no time left. He's killing me on the clock. Yeah, I'm done on the clock here. And I just hung my rook. Okay. Ooh, played way too slow there at the end. Once again. Tell him good game. He wants to do a rematch. I'll rematch you 5 minute. Oh, he says he has to take a bathroom break. Well, I gotta... Okay. We'll see if he comes back and plays, but maybe I can take a quick look at that one. Let me first send him a rematch. Yeah, I slowed down when I had an advantage again. Persistent issue this session, huh? Didn't have a clear-cut win, I guess, here, because rook d1 is always met by bishop g3, so I couldn't quite figure out a win, but I think in reality, I should just keep my king safe. Maybe even playing something securing prior to that. I'm not even sure about giving up the bishop on f6, although the passed pawn is pretty compelling. Maybe just defend this pawn on h4 would have been better, like rook c4 in this position. I'm trying to figure out if I can rematch him. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, he's not currently in live chess. Okay. Well, I'm going to play one more game and then call it a session, I think. If he comes back in time, we'll get him. All right, Itachi Ut. Last opponent of the session. Let's play Slav. Let's play bishop f5. Ooh, he's going to play a gambit. Okay, Simon Williams actually played this gambit against me, this queen c2 variation. It's rather interesting. Let's play g6, fianchetto the dark square bishop. Don't want to go there. He has e5, so I'll go here. Probably should have played a5 when he played bishop d2. Stop him from playing his bishop into a5. Okay, and now let's play bishop e7. He's going to cement that in there. I want to get my knight to d7. So let's play queen here. Slightly awkward looking move, but I think okay. Play knight d5. Wonder if he'll sack a pawn here, e6. He might want to. Just to try to bind up the center. Okay, knight b3. Yeah, somewhat irritating move. I'll play e6. Maybe f6 later, but I don't want him playing e6 when I play f6. He's just going to jump in. All right, let's take that. Now it feels like I should strike out at his center. Let's play queen e7 first. Could also try to trade the dark square bishops in some slow fashion. Maybe that's actually a decent plan. I'm going to go here and see if he'll take my rook. He probably won't, but I'm thinking maybe put the rook on d7. Oh, he will, actually. Okay. I'm a little surprised by that, because now I get these two connected pawns. His bishop was very annoying on a5. I think in this type of position, I actually don't mind sacrificing the exchange. It's pretty closed. And my A and my B pawns are going to be rolling now. Okay, a5. He wants his knight up to e4. Understandable. Okay, I'm going to go here, and then I might play for f5. And when he takes, take with a bishop and try to attack d4. Let's see where he puts his bishop, though. If he puts his bishop on e4, then he's denying his knight that square. Okay. Yeah, I feel like his knight coming to e4 is pretty annoying, so I'm going to give this a shot. If he takes, do I take with the bishop or the queen? Key question. I might want to take with the queen. Let's do that. He might play knight f3. So now I have a weakness here is the only thing. And his knight may come to e5. Queen here, perhaps? Looking at knight c2. Or even queen c2. Depends. Okay, so knight c2 runs into bishop d3, I suppose. So what about queen c2? Let's do that. Yeah, he won't trade queens. So maybe I can pivot towards attacking the d pawn or even attacking f2. My knight is kind of insecure here, so maybe I want to go knight d5 somewhere soon. Not sure. If I play rook f8, I might not be able to defend my a pawn, is one thing. Okay, I think I should play knight d5. Might be time to secure my knight here. And try to get these pawns rolling further. I know I haven't been pushing them. I've been a bit distracted by trying to stop white's knight from coming into some good square, although it did succeed in that. But at least it didn't come into d6, which I think would have been worse. Very interesting position. Dynamic. I mean, I still have this persistent weakness, which I have to be careful about. Maybe he should play queen h3 and try to bring that over. Whoa, bishop takes b5. Definitely wasn't expecting that move. Don't quite understand. He's going to play c6. Okay. So if I take, he's going to play his rook over. That's not so clear, though, I feel. And if bishop a6, what's the deal? Is he going to come in somewhere with his queen? Bishop a6, he might just take on a5, I suppose. But I think that should be all right for me. Let's do it. If he takes here, maybe I just take and then queen takes c6. Simplify. He's going in there with the queen. Okay. But now rook here, perhaps. Yeah, let's do it. Got to play a little bit faster. He can take a5. But maybe I take like that if he does it. Or bishop f8 could be a threat soon. If he plays queen d7 here, by the way, I see that I have knight f6. This is one idea I'm angling for. Okay, knight f6. Oh, no. Okay, don't want to play that now. Let's go queen c3, hitting both the rooks. And now maybe queen takes d4. And if he takes a6, I take e5. Probably with the queen. And then I just have to neutralize his pawn. Okay, so he goes there. Let's go... Ooh. Ooh, I hang my queen if I do that. Oh man, this is a nasty move. That's a very nasty move. Queen d7. Yikes. Rook e7 might be the only move here. Feels bad, though. Somehow. Knight d7 now. Okay. Well, threaten f2, I guess. Threatening a puzzle rush, mate. He'll probably play rook f1 to defend. Yep. Knight e3, maybe? Knight e3 would be nice. I'm going to try it. Can maybe play knight f6 here, I'm not sure. A knight f6 actually looks like a good move. Man, tricky tactics here. You can just trade everything. Yikes. Yeah, and my bishop is stuck at the end of the variation. Yeah. Those complications didn't work out so well for me. Play this, but he has rook a8. Okay. Wow. Very tactically complex game. I thought I was turning the tables on him at the end with rook f7, but I didn't see anything truly good here. Yeah, knight e3 ran into knight f6, and this line seems to be forced. I mean, I guess I could play knight takes f1 here, but that must be losing somehow. Okay, very tricky game. Let's take a quick look at that one. Like I said, I was kind of surprised he took the rook on d8. I actually think that did me a favor. At least from a practical point of view. Although his knight is coming into this e4 square, he can threaten to do that. That proved to be pretty annoying. I took some radical action to try to stop that. The engine thinks I should just play a4 and advance, or bishop c8 and then a4. Yeah, because e6 did become a persistent problem. I'd much prefer to keep the position closed if I could. Yeah, it looks like white is better here. It kind of felt that way in the game. I was kind of scrambling for a defense. Although that really threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting that. It kind of seems unsound, but the game is still complicated. Here. I didn't go to c8 because I was a little bit worried about the queen coming in, but that does guard e6. There may be something to be said for that move. Because note, he can't come into e7 because I have my knight guarding that square. So, okay, bishop a6, queen d6. And I played rook e8. Queen f5 is apparently better. Rook here. Okay, now queen d7 would have been strong. Yeah, I always thought I would have knight f6 against queen d7, but there's knight f7 check, which looks to be irritating. It's a very messy position, though. Rook takes a5, queen c3. Yeah, here I thought I might be turning the tables a bit. But then he came up with some very nice tactics. Okay, so here, instead of queen takes d4, which looks very natural to try to connect my queen and my bishop, bishop c8 is a better try. Yeah, and after this, looks like I'm in some trouble, huh? Knight d7, here. And I can keep the game going with knight f4 or queen e4. I think the move I played was a natural attempt. Trying for, if he takes, king here, rook takes f1 mate. But yeah, knight f6. He gets the final tactical sting in, and I end up losing. If I could secure my bishops and stop his c-pawn, I'd be good here, but that's not the case. Yeah. Okay, interesting. I forgot to update this, of course. Loss. I think I ended 1 for 4 in this. Yeah, 1 out of 4 in this session. Won the first game, then castled queenside, lost 3 in a row. But, okay. Yeah, 5 minute. Kind of a tough time control to adapt to as well. It feels like you have all this time when you've been playing predominantly 3 minute, but as you can see, my time management was not great there. I'm sure many of you guys are yelling at me. But fun games. Got to play 2 viewers, Shrekmot and also Plus. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye, guys.